Hey Speckles, welcome to my files. It's me, Speckles, with another commission video. In this video, I am doing an original short story that is part of the Multiverse Chronicles called Chrono Striker versus the HCA, or Hero Association Commission. Without further ado, let's roll intro, let's get into this video, and let's go. Like and subscribe if you enjoy this video. Just how many times is he going to be able to get away? How many bloody times? This person said so many times while trying to figure out how a mecha dealer managed to get away so many times from so many heroes that were coming after him. Just how many heroes does it take to capture this guy? Its information's right there. It should be a little easier to find him. It's almost as if he's a ghost to them. Most people were confused why she was mumbling to herself. The person that she was trying to catch was known as Colonel Striker. He was a mecha dealer. And, well, she had finally had enough of him. You see, he was a shady mech dealer, but out of the army. He wasn't always shady. He was actually quite helpful, but he needed some money, so he started being a little more shady than usual. But after one incident, he became more of a good person. Okay, that's it. I really need to find the guy, or my position at the moment is going to be pretty rocky with the higher-ups. HCA is no fun. Okay, bring in the strongest, most powerful heroes you can find that are active at the moment. Okay, Hank. Yes, ma'am, said Hank. Thank you. Now this is going to be fun trying to find this right person. Because no matter where I look, he is right there. And it's like he just disappears immediately. Halfway across the state and town, Colonel Striker was working with another person to make a new mech. This person was the husband to the person who had commissioned him to make a similar mech, named Toka. Turns out that was her boyfriend. They are married now. Her mech was a little more interesting, to say the least. He is extremely strong, but she actually had a rather interesting thing to say about him. Kaneki told Colonel Striker that he was a half-ghoul, but he wanted the mech to have 2 red eyes, because his Renaku, which is his weapon, was actually quite more powerful than your regular full ghouls. Colonel Striker already knew what a ghoul was. He's had a few run-ins. He also had a few run-ins with heroes. Hey kid, I don't really care. You see, I've been going to the more of the good side. You're a vigilante. And, well, if I help you with this mech, you gotta help me later. Okay? Okay, that's fair enough, Kaneki said. Well, anyways, I'm a Colonel Striker. So what kind of core do you want for this mech? Just the regular power core. I sure we don't want an accumulation core. That thing could power this thing for quite a while. And the thing you want it to be, no, just regular power core. Got a lot of money sparing around, but my wife says that Chrono Striker makes really good armors, even without these fancy cores. Okay, that's fair. I do make some pretty nice armors. So, what kind of advancements do you want? Advancements? Advancements, something like advanced hearing, sight, speed, stamina, flexibility. I'd say agility, flexibility, stamina. Oh, my stamina's already inhumane, stupidly. Okay, that's gonna be interesting. That's actually gonna be quite easy because this mech is already quite light. At the moment, it's just in the exoskeleton phase. For the record, that's how powerful is your Raku without the mech enhancement. Right now, I can pierce through 5 people. Well, people like that's the strongest tier I can think of. The strongest tier I can think of, hard to say. There's a lot of heroes with different powers, and if we were going off pure strength, I'd have to say somewhere along the lines of this guy named Tusk Rave. Really big and burly guy. Yeah, that's interesting. Well, I can pierce through 5 of him easily. Okay, and with this mech piled up, you can be able to pierce right through him 20 times over without breaking a sweat. Jeez. Holy cow, that's impressive. Yeah, mechs, they're pretty powerful, especially when you used to work in the military. Oh, that's interesting. As the two were talking, Amber sent Tusk Ray, the very hero they're just starting to discuss, to the base. He came charging in through the wall with a loud crash. What the fuck? Okay, who's there? Colonel Strucker said. Sounds like it's coming from upstairs. Okay, I'm going to set my robot arms to actually auto-do this, so that way I can actually check on that. Colonel Strucker said, grabbing one of his favorite mini weapons. It was a watch that looked like it, with a small cannon on top. He went upstairs, he climbed the stairs. As he was doing, he heard a gravelly voice say, "He's not here. He's not here." Then find the guy. Yes, ma'am. He immediately knew who those two voices were. There you go, again. I can never catch a break, can I? Carnegie, that match better be done soon. How long does it say? Mr. Striker, it says it will take around 5 more minutes. Okay, good, because we got Tuck's Grave and HCA agent up there. HCA. Oh, frick. Yeah, your commission association. That's freaking fun. Yeah, you can say that again. I've made multiple heroes their own costumes. Like, that Zuka kid and that Kendo kid. I've made quite a few costumes, made a few suits. I don't really remember all of them, but I have made hundreds of thousands, if anything. Well, we really need to get out of here. Got any information on Tusk Grave? Other than the fact that the guy is big, burly, strong, and his hero name is Draconic Gravenger? I got another tidbit for you. His creature is a dragon. A ravaging, rampaging tusk dragon, to be more accurate. How on earth do you have all this information? It comes with also being part of the full military. You learn a few powers. You learn quite a few about dragons from the other world. I believe so. Just then, Tusk Grave and Gravel's voice said, "Amber, I found something over here." Finally, what is it? It appears to be a trapdoor going down. Well, don't stand there, you big brute. Bust it down. Tusk Grave and plunged his clawed hand straight through the metal. Oh, you haven't fucking kidding me. That was 5 inches of pure tungsten titanium alloy. That guy's bloody strong. And he can kill 5 piercings from 5 rounds with one. Yeah? Please do it. Kaneki then leapt into the way between Tuskgrave, Colonel Striker, and the way up. He then launched his Renhaku at him, although it was only one tendril, but with his mech he could create 4 of them. He launched them and they pierced straight into Tuskgrave's skin. He then lifted him up and flung him at Amber. Amber managed to dodge out of the way, but she managed to grab her weapon that she had set down at the entrance and fire it into the hole. As the lasers were coming, they both dodged and evaded the laser. Colonel Striker said, "Is she trying to freaking kill me?" It appears that she is targeting you because... Can you please tell me exactly what you did to actually make the HCA hate you so much? I will later. Until then, can you get your suit on? It's done. Yeah. Kaneki then got up and ran to the back room. He started due to the mech. The mech opened up and let him into it. When he came back, he saw Colonel Striker hiding behind a metal wall that looked like it was a shield and was charging at both Amber and Tuskgrave. Tuskgrave was bleeding profusely out of one shoulder. He started getting up to charge at Colonel Striker, but he then changed his direction towards Kaneki. Can I kill him, ma'am? Yours do not kill, but just knock him out. Yes, ma'am. Tusk then charged at Kaneki, and Colonel Striker proceeded to use a mech in the house to drop down and knock out Tuskgrave. He had a little blue gauntlet on him at all times that could give him any information on any mech he's made, as long as his personal ones. Amber said, I really see this coming. She then went upstairs to grab her weapon, looking for the emergency exit. How do you know emergency exit? You got a bloody exit that says emergency exit only. Ah, that's fair. As they were exiting, so can you tell me why the HCA hates you so much? Well, you see, Colonel Striker put in a code to lock the door behind him. I remember the you ever hunt Garu? Yeah, I saw him with a very, very interesting looking mech. I'm the one who made it, but he said he was gonna be a hero, but he lied to me. Not really. That's quite true. Garu was a hero. Well, originally was a martial artist with a martial art of flowing water crushing rock. He turned a villain when his master didn't give him some of the more valuable and powerful techniques and other forms of it to go learn. But he was also willing to test his might on anyone and any student that came into that area. He managed to trick Colonel Striker into making him an armor, saying that he was going to be a hero and actually help the heroes hunt down said person. No one really knew it was Garu, only the dojo's leader, a very powerful, powerless hero who used the same technique. As they were finding their way into the sewers, they heard the area light up with crackling flames. Amber said they would have been trying to find a way out of there. Well, fick. Kaneki, can you help me, please? sure. Who exactly is that? I give you the hero known as Aerial Flame with the creature of Phoenix, Abasi Aldi. He is, Egyptian. Well, are they up there? No, ma'am, they're not. What is he doing? You see, Aldi. Ollie? But this guy owes me one. I saved his hide. That's interesting. They must be somewhere around here. Find them and bring me them. Both of them are only Colonel Stryker. Bring me both. We can hopefully turn that. Now vigilante and hero. I need a paycheck. Well, it appears that she is going away, Sir Stryker. Yeah. I know you're creatures of Phoenix, but you don't gotta be so bloody loyal. Sorry, brother. Half brother? Get it right. Wait, you're half Egyptian? Yeah? What about it? That's interesting. Yeah. I have enhanced strength and durability. But other than that, nothing really. Okay, that's interesting. Hey, Kaneki, can you help me with a few things? Sure. What exactly are we going to go work on? Well, seeing how the costume I made you, has some tendrils on it, I was wondering if you can use the tendrils to give me a few parts and get us into a place. Okay, what's the place? And what kind of parts do you want me to get? Well, I need that, the top of that blade over there, and, another model of this weapon right here, from that wall over there. Why do you have things so high up? Okay. Kaneki then proceeded to grab the two weapons. Okay, so, where are we going exactly? You ain't gonna like me, but we're heading to the HCA, headquarters. That are, branch headquarters here. Are you crazy? They want you dead. No, they want me alive. They just want me in a near comatose state so they can steal my armors. I used to work for them as well as the military. Bunch of power-hungry freaks. Okay, that is quite true for a handful of them. What about that Ember One person? She seems to know you personally. And we dated for a bit. Nah, not must have been fun. Yeah, it was for a little bit. But turns out I'm bi, so she didn't really like that. Was that she is quite homophobic to the point that she would hunt me down and have me served on a silver platter dead. Levels of homophobic. Man. As they finished and they were heading to the HCA branch headquarters, a hero appeared in front of them, following his wings. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, Kaneki said. Ah, my old buddy. I keep forgetting your name. It's Kane Dixon. Oh yeah. Your hair name is Dragican, correct? Yeah, the creature's a cockatrice. You do realize you look more like a villain at times, right? Believe me, dude's my creature, and if the HCA found out that I was working with you somewhat, I would definitely be classified as a villain underneath them. Yeah. Come on, I need to get inside. Okay, for what? Some mech they stole a few days ago. They stole you one of your mechs? Yeah, it was a very powerful one. They were scared if I had it. Okay, what's with the mech you're wearing at the moment? Well, this mech is a mech I call Mexecute. It helped me fight off that guard mech. But because I don't really like people that lie to me and use my mechs for evil. So what's the color palette though? Hey, I used to be in the military. I like camo. Okay. I'll have to pretend to bring you in. Can you hide that? Yeah. Give me a hot second. I'm gonna start to proceed to tap a few things on the wrist of the mech, and it proceeded to turn invisible. What do you think? It's a little flimsy. Still, he'd be able to detect it by heat detectors, but I'm pretty sure they don't really have those. Yeah, they have a few in very high security locations, like the vault you're trying to sneak into, but there's a back door into it. The vents, they don't have any heat detection there. Thank you. As they made their way in, Colonel Stryker was having the people were trying to question how Colonel Stryker could lift such a heavy-looking blade by himself. Eventually came up the question, how can you lift that heavy blade anyways? And it's actually not as heavy as it seems, and also due to the mech's very drastic increase in strength, and my personal super strength and a few other powers because of the mech. Okay, that explains a few things. Yeah, you bet it does. So, how much longer until we get into the building? It's just around the corner. As they turned the corner, Colonel Stryker saw that this place was starting to crawl with heroes. Some heroes he's seen before, like Grave and a few others, but some were completely newer to him. There's like this one guy who looks straight out of a horror film. He had red eyes with a black face, but the other half that was gray like the moon. Like his body was made up of shadows. He had a menacing grin perpetually on his face. Okay, this is not gonna be fun. Colonel Stryker, can you get into the base yourself? I have to go through a few things. Yeah, and there's an open window right there. Oh, that's pretty helpful. As they both made their ways to different locations, Colonel Stryker flew up into the window and saw that it was funny enough that they were actually moving his mech into a higher security vault. Because they picked up word that Colonel Stryker was on his way to get his mech back. Amber Flynn was the one who was guarding the transport to the higher grade vault. Well, this is gonna get 5 times fun. Colonel Stryker said, proceeding to line his laser sight with her suit. Might as well first take out the gun. Shot the gun, causing it to blow up. She tried to figure out where the laser came from, but before she could learn to switch into infrared, Colonel Stryker proceeded to launch another laser directly at her helmet, piercing through it and knocking her out cold. Colonel Stryker proceeded to do the same thing to the person who was transporting his mech. Colonel Stryker then leapt down, uncloaking himself, and funny enough, there was actually no one around. He figured everyone else was outside. He then proceeded to walk to the crate. After ripping it open, he saw that his mech armor was still fully intact. The armor looked very similar in stature to the armor he was wearing, although it had a few differences other than the body type and color palette. It had 2 giant blades on either arm, very light, but about half the size of the Buster blade on his first mech. And they were both hook designs. He also had a red X on the helmet, which is actually a visor. He got out of that first mech and got into the second one. He then pushed a few things on his wrist screen that to send the first mech flying away. He then proceeded to try to follow out and to helpfully take on a few heroes before getting away. Before he heard a loud boom, he ran outside and saw that his first mech was already on the ground, but it was starting to get back up to continue running. As it was finally starting to get up, he shot out with the swords drawn directly towards the hero that shot it. The hero was no hero, but Amber herself. Turns out she managed to get up and sneak out until the drill structure was here. He managed to fend off a few heroes before he got blasted in the arm and the leg a few times. He then propelled himself with his rocket boots back to his base, where he started working on some more newer and more powerful mechs for himself. Well, for that's all the time I got for today's video. Until next time, subscribe today to join us podcast with me or do my science. Goodbye and peace out, everyone.